Hello everyone, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana, as Maximus Schlonginus continues his journey building up the island of Roma. We're picking up right where we left off at the end of the previous episode with 15,000 denarii in the bank, and let's touch on a few different things. We have our tier 2 residences, our plebeians, and they're starting to get their unique goods. We have garum delivered, and bread is on the way. The bread chain is just slightly over here. We've got 2 bakeries, a couple of wheat farms, and we have the flour mill on the river slot as well. Once they start getting their bread, they're going to gain extra income, which will pull us out of the red and into the black. And the goal for today, very much so, is to get as much money as possible so we can buy our second island, this big mother. This has resin and olive fertility, something we need in order to deliver the amphorae and the olive oil that this lovely lady requests. So, it would be really nice to get that, but unfortunately it costs 45,000. Quite the tall order for us right now, and I'm scared that Zara Nitu, with her lovely fortified town, is already pulling ahead of us, of course, and might go for that one first. It is just directly to her east, so wouldn't be too surprised. The other thing to catch up on is just to recap what happened, right? We're after unlocking research, we're on our way to getting religion, we completed all the contracts available to us, so it's really just about satisfying demands and scaling up for the time being. So we shall let time play and continue. So like I said, we're expecting a delivery of bread any moment, but in the meantime, we're just going to gridify this place even further and expand out just a little bit more to the south, and then if we can, over to the left and around our governor villa. We also want to toss in the item Menander of Nicomedes, Auspicious Haruspex. That's going to give us a belief area of effect of 1.5 per building because we have a sanctuary now. So anything the sanctuary touches gets extra religion effectively and a little bit of knowledge, which is good, and reduced upkeep. Alright, so let's wrap these guys in roads. And we have to make sure that we're meeting all of our demands every time we do this. Now, for now, we're doing grid towns, right? We have to. But in the future, and not too long in the future, we'll start doing a bit more, or getting a bit more creative with things. It all just depends on how we're doing economically. Because we are playing on hard, so we have to make sure that our ducks are in a row before we can kind of expand too much. Your superior knowledge has improved diplomatic relations. A patron god. Don't mind if I do. The gods have now been unlocked. We're going to go with Ceres. August Mother of Fields extends her divine grace to farmers, mothers, and marriages. Devotees of Ceres fervently till soil, bolstered by blessings from her divine helpers. So, I'm just going to pause it really quickly and discuss the screen very briefly, just so that everyone's on the same page. We can select different gods, and this is the patron god of this particular island. If we go with Ceres, the very top row of effects here will basically increase the production of these building chains. Anything to do with bread, flour, and wheat. So they get an even boost. Unlike in something like Anno 1800, for instance, you might get an item that affects bread, but then you have to kind of keep up the flour and wheat separately, or vice versa, or whatever. This is very much a boost to the entire chain top to bottom, so you don't have to worry about the numbers going out of whack, at least not really. We then also will get porridge and oats boost, a wine, grape, and honeycomb boost, beer, malt, and barley boost, and olive oil and olives boost. Now obviously on this island, we're really just focused on the bread. The secondary effect, so as we build up belief, we'll hit these different milestones, and you just ultimately have to keep pushing your population to get further and further. It's not a linear bar either. For instance, you need 250 devotion here, you need 1,500 here, and by the end, 11,000. So it's not like, we're just doubling all the way over or whatever. So the secondary effect is that all residences provide additional population. So it's a good early game boost because we're going to get extra population, therefore extra workforce early on. A little bit anyway. Neptune is another one I was considering, or we might flip-flop between these every now and then. We would boost our sardines, we would boost our garum, mackerel, and salt chain, and that way, we're freeing up the coastlines a little bit, so we wouldn't have to necessarily cram as much down there. And the secondary effect from this one would be that newly constructed ships are more durable and have reduced money upkeep. The third one we'll look at just very briefly is Mars. So, fairly straightforward, god of war, weapons, iron ore, sandals, leather, pigs, salt, armor, all of that good stuff, anything to do with charcoal. Basically industry, iron, industry, metalworks, war. Troops recruited on this island will have a higher morale and reduced workforce and money upkeep. Like I said, we're going to go with this one for now. There are other gods, but we have to unlock them. So we don't have them just yet, so we'll leave it for now. And set our patron. Now the next thing is that this feeds into a global So obviously on the top left we have Roma, just the one island, but if we were to put her on multiple islands, it'll affect the global buildup of, I guess, how much devotion we have. Once we reach the first level, 1,000 devotion, we can then place more shrines. Placing shrines around will then allow you to get more population and health for anything in proximity of the shrine. Going further, you get a very strong thing, which is all farms can support up to 50% more field modules, allowing an increase of up to 50% productivity. That's pretty good. I mean, it's 50% more productivity, but you are taking up more space. And then by the end, if you can get all the way to 7,000, it increases the storage limit on all islands by 300 tons. We saw some really interesting ones when I played the Albion playthrough. I can't quite remember it now, but we were affecting things globally and giving us health benefits and production benefits. It was like really powerful. So the gods are quite important, and you can have multiple gods across multiple islands, so you can get multiple bonuses. Alright, so Concordia is happy with that. We don't have to worry about that. And we can now see that Ceres is here in our sanctuary. And when festivals are run in her name, we'll see her being paraded around. Kind of, you know what I mean, out the front. So let's see if we're catching up with our consumption. So porridge has fallen behind, sardines has fallen behind, garum is okay, tunics and pileus have fallen behind, and bread is, we're just waiting on getting it up and running. So let's scale this all up then. We'll get more sardines. We're going to need more porridge, so again, I guess I'll just go with another one around here for now? Question mark? Although I think porridge goes down as you upgrade the others. I might leave that actually just for a bit. As we build up devotion, the amount of porridge that we make, this is going to scale up. We're at 109% productivity, and it's going to keep gaining as we add more and more people. So we'll throttle that for a little bit and leave it just for now. As for upgrades, let's get everyone around the sanctuary that we can. So now we've got up to 22 workforce there, and we've now unlocked ropes, sail-making soap, and sandals. Alrighty. So the sandal chain is actually quite powerful because the area of effect building for this is just direct income. So what we need is a pig farm. Every 30 seconds we get one. This is a negative to health around it. We then need salt, which we already have. And if we look at our salt production, we're making more than we need. So we don't have to build another one right away. So we'll do this, and then we need a tannery, which also has a negative to happiness. So keep these away from the town, and that's every minute. So one of these into two of these is fine, so this is okay. And then you could have two of these for every one of these. So pretty good. And this gives you plus income, like I said. So we'll stick one of them in here. Just along there like that. And if we could, maybe we'll grab one of the houses out of the way here. Stick another one in on this location. Yeah, that's a nice decent area of effect. 65 affected buildings, that's 65 extra income. A festival can be hosted. Income area of effect +1, the Festival of Ceres. Citizens in the city of Roma have grown in piety and devotion. They're asking you to host the Cerilia, Festival of Ceres. They wish you to honor the city's patron god with the proper feasts and sacrifices. So we could pay for the festival or donate 30 porridge, but we don't have enough right now. We'll also get a random specialist when we do it. So yeah, let's do it. 4 hours of +1 income. That's exactly what we need. So that's worked out very well for us. And we got a practitioner. Let's check out the practitioner, shall we? Medician range get an additional extra patrol. So if a plague outbreaks or a sickness outbreaks, we'll be able to quell it quicker with more patrols. Not that good, really, to be honest, but not terrible. So we'll throw her in there. We don't actually have any Medicia yet, I don't think. She's... I'm sorry, I completely talked over her, but they've got unique voice lines when you put in specialists. And she said, stick your tongue out and say, ah. Oh, nice. We're after unlocking the next sets of things. So amphore and olive oil. Sweet. So let's just go with our pigs somewhere here, because it's fairly out of the way, but we're still in range of that warehouse. 1, 2, 3. I want to turn that one maybe a bit. We need 5 in total. That's okay. And that's going to go into a tannery, so we could build a tannery somewhere here. That tannery actually fits there pretty perfect. Although I can't, for some reason it wouldn't let me click it in. There we go.
There are 2 gentlemen here to see you.
2 gentlemen, eh?
Unless that is, I am seeing double.
Okay, and we'll just feed that a road. And then they need to go into a sandal maker, which we've already set up. So let's build these 2. And I'll try to make more time to zoom in a bit more and slow down, just have a look at things. Just early on in the game, panic mode sets in. For me, anyway, because I know that we're against AI that are somewhat challenging. Now, we should feed this into the soaps chain as well, actually, because they work with pigs.
Your judiciousness.
So, we've had this event before in every little mini playthrough I've done, so I'm just going to say I'm ready to make my choice. You're basically choosing between two people that have arrived at the villa, and we're going to go with Gaius, because he's extra money. Brutus is extra workforce, but we're okay. We've got lots of space, lots of material. We can increase that, no problem. So we'll go with Gaius. My boy, Gaius Julius Lupus, Caster of Fortune. Income area of effect, 1.5. To all buildings. Oh no, to markets, and then anything a market touches. So, see you later, practitioner. And we'll throw in Lupus.
My business is your business, Buller.
We're now making 5 hundo. Love to see it. Now, you're affecting the market, and the market isn't reaching anywhere over here yet. That's okay. The reason I'm building over on this side is because, of course, we have our sanctuary, but we also have this Governor Villa building, which you want to include lots of things underneath that if we can. Alright, and then the sandal maker here, and another one here. Plenty of workforce still. We've got 153 Libertas. We're low on timber and stuff though, but it would be good to get our next market. And we could always just move it if we need to, but even just one here will be totally fine, I think, right? And I suppose we'll give it the old tavern also. So, in fact, just to even that out, we'll just bring it down to here. Okay, and upgrade what we can. So, what does it need? It needs 10, is it? 5, okay. And 5. Alright, no one's taken any other island yet, but she has her first ship out.
A famous person will be searching for your ships.
So what do I do as we're waiting on making more money?
Be right.
It's a bit of a desperate plea, but I'm going to do it. If we go to diplomacy,
Everything all right
we can
with
talk to
your
Zaranitu
stuff, if you don't mind me asking. No reason.
and take a loan from her. Now, yeah, why not? Give me the loan. What do we get? 8,000 with an 18% interest rate for an hour that it takes to pay us back. We pay them back over 157. Might just hold off on a bit, but I'm definitely going to do that. If we can get the same amount from Concordia, that'd be 16,000. If we can get to about 20,000 on our own and then do that, we can probably go into debt just a little bit, but get the island. And then we'll be safe for a long time to come. That's my plan anyways. Now, let's see how we're doing and what else I've missed up on. So, bread is now starting production, which is good. The fish is actually even. The porridge is even, which means we didn't need to put another one down. I mean, we kind of do, but we didn't need to because the religion has now boosted it so much. Garum is getting a bit more close to the bone, and then we have the tunics and Peleus, which is not looking so hot. Now, this building is actually not running for some reason, so why would that be? Ah, it's because the warehouse down here is a bit overloaded. Too many loading. So we could go into research. Something I wanted to get in research was the warehouse organization. This allows us to upgrade our warehouses. This first one here allows us to improve the trading post, so we can already do that and get more loading bays just there, which would help. We're about to go from 770. Let's have a look at when this completes, this next tech. This should jump up quite a bit. So 770 knowledge to 847, just like that. So we got the sewing circles research, meaning that anyone around the spinner is now providing knowledge. Love to see it. So in order to upgrade this, we need 25 wood. Yeah, we're a bit low for wood and slow for wood, so I'm gonna go with more. We'll go 1, 2, and 3, and we'll just connect that over with the road. I'm just desperate to keep building. So this will be a bit of a temporary amount of stuff, but at least it'll get the ball rolling. And then, I suppose, just a warehouse of their own. They can have it. It's a lot of money, actually, for all that stuff, but okay. At least we'll be producing a bit better.
A
small fire is broken out. Yeah, we have our first Custodia building as well now. We still haven't unlocked the Medici yet. You need city status level 4. We're getting close, just not quite there. Oh, there's our festival, by the way. Right next to the Garum building. I'm actually going to probably have to move them a little bit, because we're going to move this out here. We're going to move that sideways. And then we can put down the Custodes building here. That'll increase happiness. Happiness is at nearly negative 200, so yeah. And that was nearly 2 grand to build that building, so it's going to be hard to save up the money. Now, I doubt the fire guy can get down there, so we'll need Vigilés down here, I guess. It says it could affect 19 buildings, so in you go. Our entire food chains are burning down, basically, as we speak. And the music is so triumphant and calm about it. There's actually a really subtle haze effect from the fire, actually, which is pretty cool. Alright, they're both working on the buildings next to them. Can't do much more than that. We just have to wait. We're at negative 271. It's somehow just gotten even worse. And then we need one probably somewhere up here for them. In the meantime, let's look into the soap chain while the town burns. So we have the pigs every 30 seconds. We know that they're going into something that's required every minute, so we should have an extra lot of pig. This is going into every minute, so we can basically pop this down here as well. Happiness and fire safety further lowered, unfortunately. And then a soap maker, which gives extra health but lowers happiness. Don't want to put that in the town then too much. I guess we'll just leave it in this general area also. Now, the lavender grower actually provides happiness in an area of fact. So we get happiness from all these buildings, even if we just built it here. But we get a lot if we could throw it even somewhere just in the town. Kind of a little bit. Sure, why not? Again, all these things are subject to move in the future. 180 tiles of lavender, jeez. There we go. It's 180. At least it make them happy. Somewhat. So, if we look at that chain just one more time, the soap maker is every minute, the render is every minute, so 1-to-1 on those. This is every 2 minutes, so you'd actually need 2 lavender growers to keep up. And then we of course need the charcoal. So we could check on how charcoal's doing. We're slightly over what we need, with just the one that we have. So the grey pips are indicating the guys that are already covered. These are indicating the ones that are not. To not box myself in too much, maybe we'll just go out here and try to make use of some of the space. Well, I've immediately changed my mind on that. I'm just trying to think how much further out to the left I'd want to go. Tell you what, we could just even go somewhere like here for now. Oh, it needs a warehouse, actually. Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll just go on this side then and try to make use of the space in here. The reason I was hesitant is because I'm going to block that river crossing for a little bit, but it's okay. Can you build across it? No, didn't think so. Suppose what I could do is... Yikes, that doesn't really want to... Yeah, that's kind of what I'd want to do, something like that. 180 is a lot. So we'll just block it off. It's going to be temporary though. I won't be crossing there for quite a while until I build like almost everything here, so I think it's okay. Plus the lavender being nearby the actual soap maker is probably a good idea. Thought we had a fire breaking out, but it's actually just the clay furnaces. Alright, so no more building for me now for a while. That should cover us with everything the plebeians need. City status is increased, so now we can actually build a Medici should we wish, and I'll just brighten up the day. So the Medici is going to give us extra health. So one out there, maybe one up by here, and that would give us pretty good coverage. It's about 5 grand to build both of them though. Health is only negative 57. I reckon we can hold off until we actually have a plague. It's a terrible thing to say, but I think I'm going to do it. We just got market forces, I think it's called. Yeah, so that's increasing the range of markets by 25%. Next up is the warehouse organization, allowing us to upgrade warehouses that we have. Then we can get quarter mastery, improving our flagship. And then we can work down our chain of getting more patrols for the fire and the custodies and all of that stuff. Yeah, let's just improve these guys. Their fires have been quelled, and they're going to auto repair, but you can pay resources to repair them quicker. And we've now got the building chain for making our own ships. Still nothing from Zara Nitu in terms of conquering anywhere, so that's a good sign. And we still don't have time for contracts. Diana will be the first one to be available for us, and it's in 19 minutes, so it's still quite a ways away. I'm just wondering, oh, something else we should probably do, and this is damaged actually, sorry, fix that up, is set these to be sold. So if we go all goods, and we say sell all goods when above 65. So for instance, sheep are full right now. So now ships will hopefully come by and just offload the sheep. Trying to think if we've got anything else over that number. No. So we won't really see it happen to anything else, but still good. You want to have that set up so you're just selling your excess. Alright, let's just continue to look at what we need to provide. I think more hemp farms and stuff is what we need. So the sandals will be okay. The soap will just about be okay on its own. But we are fluctuating now for tunics and pelleas. And I still am surprised. I guess it's just because, yeah, it's full up.
Might make something out of nothing, Gov.
Missing goods, hemp. Are we not making enough hemp? Or is it because of the fires? Probably because of the fires. Yeah, we should be making more hemp than we need. I assume it's the fire that took that out for a little while. But anyway, we need more, so guess we'll just build another one. It's going to build one last small one down here, and then anything after this is going to be moved into a better location. So there's another hemp, and then we need one more spinner. You need actually a lot of hemp to build the rope makers as well to make more ships, so we'll have to consider that soon. So who doesn't have this? You guys don't have it, so build this somewhere over here. There's a warehouse to the right. They should be able to reach that one. Doesn't cost any money, those buildings, so they're quite forgiving. We already have the extra sheep, so we could just build another Peleus Felter. And again, just somewhere in the same area, why not? Where there's a warehouse. A little bit of extra money. Not super optimal, but not too bad. I wonder... Oh, we could actually maybe go for some pirates. See if we can get something worthwhile and sell it from them. Yeah, I wonder if she's going to go for one of these. This one has olive and resin too. Wouldn't be a terrible island for her to go for. Go for one of the smaller ones, Zara. Now, there is the Quinquereme quest. That's the only quest we have right now. It's to defeat 2 Quinqueremes. But we'll have to make our own ships to really deal with them first. Or buy one. Alright, that warehouse is going to be fairly busy. Let's see how the soap production is getting on now. We'll zoom in on, have a look at it actually. Let's rotate this around. Love the kind of purpley terracotta rooftop. I don't know how realistic that is or anything, but it looks great. So yeah, they've got their lavender. They've got their lard. They've had 1 batch each, and they're now making their first batches of soap. So soap, if you have a quick look at it, see what we're going to get. Ooh, another governor settled. Yes! That's actually really great news. She settled the smaller one. That does buy us some time. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. I feel a bit more secure now in going for that other one. It's interesting to see olive and resin together. It's often not together. You often need multiple islands to get that stuff. Alright, so we're okay for that. Yep, we are all green across the board now, as long as we don't build any more population. And I'll save me money until we have more problems. We'll be tempted to build an officium. Or officia. Too much money though. Don't want to do it. Anyway, like I said, let's have a little zoom in then and check how these buildings look and work. Alright, so we have our lovely little pig farm. Pretty standard, but looks nice. Nice reflection on the water and everything there. That's unfortunately going straight in where they can watch it. Going into the leather maker. The tannery. So taking the pigs directly and the salt and putting leather. Seem to be doing pretty well with that. Nearby, they've also got them rendered down in these super large pots, I guess. Or woks, almost. And they've been rendered down, and that lard then is being passed over into the soap maker where it's mixed with the lavender. The Emperor, hello.
Won't be easy. The Legion has a saying. If your attack is going well, you're walking into an ambush.
You stand in the presence of Emperor Aeneas Firmius Calidus, former legate of the Legion. He nods as he surveys you, before breaking out in a childish grin. A grin with teeth. How do you respond? Jovially. 1 reputation or -1? We'll get the 1.
Kissing my cheeks. I like it.
I'll kiss your cheeks. Alright. Whatever makes him happy. So, we could have a look at the... Oh yeah, sorry, I was going to say what they get from the soap. So if we have a little zoom in here, this is life in the plebeian quarters.
The sanctuary is where
Look at this. Gold out of our minds. Almost. Almost 100% everything. But yeah, so if we give them soap, they're going to get 1 population and 2 health. So that's going to be great. We're positive health, actually. They've got their sandals, so that's extra income and population. Their tunics are fluctuating a bit, so they're at about 55% supply. But we did look at the thing, and it said that we should be meeting that demand now, if we can keep it going. Yeah, just ever so slightly. But that one building keeps going offline because I think we're not able to load the hemp quickly enough into here. We should have enough now to upgrade it. It costs 500 gold. It's not that bad. Let's do that. So it's 2 extra loading ramps. It's quite good. Unfortunately, you can actually customize this to look different, but once you upgrade it, you can't. So that's a bit of a shame. Man, I'm loving this. Things are going very well, I must say. Got very lucky with Zara and Nitu not touching that island. But who knows, she could go for it straight away. Like, we've seen them do these things quite quickly. So basically, now I'm at the south of the map, just trailing along, getting rid of some of the fog of war, heading over toward the pirates. And I'm thinking if we could just get one of those ships on their own, maybe we could pick up something like weapons or just something, sell it for like 1,000 maybe if we get lucky. Have a look at the Pirate Bay.
Children going hungry tonight, thanks to you.
We don't have trade rights with Queso. Pirate Bay place looks awesome, the Pirate Cove. With his mansion on top. By the way, I saw people mentioning, you know, I shouldn't be so harsh about the whole barbarian, you can't play as barbarian thing because it's more focused on the campaign. I do actually know that, but what you guys don't see is I get a lot of comments of people saying like, you should play an Albion and like really become a barbarian and take it to Rome. It's like, sorry, I actually can't, you know. So I know I've been a little bit critical or harsh with that, but I think a lot, you know, maybe I shouldn't say a lot of people, but my understanding was that sandbox or not, you could play that way. That's just from the you know, I don't really engage in marketing too much. I didn't deal with Ubisoft really before this game came out, other than they sent me an email with it, which is awesome, appreciate it. But just in the little trailers I'd seen, I really thought you were able to play as a barbarian. I just thought that was like a thing you could do, or a Celt, and stay Celtic. And I was like, that's quite an interesting change. And it's like, you kind of can vary in a very surface level way. So I guess it was just one of those little mini disappointing things. That's typically why I just don't engage in marketing games at all, because I often maybe just get the wrong impression and I get a little let down. Alright, so I'll head up here, and if we can engage a ship, then great. I should really stay outside the island just in case things go wrong. I'm going to take the loans from those two as well. I just hope it doesn't nerf my balance at all. Or too much, at least. By the way, just want to take a moment as well. We're waiting a few things here. Just really appreciate the support on the first video. It's been about 12 hours actually since I had it go out, and it's done really, really well. So just want to say thanks. The enthusiasm in the comments, people are just being very kind, very nice. I really appreciate it. I mean, everyone's always really nice to me. It's kind of ridiculous. You know, Rosie's like, you get such friendly comments. I'm like, I know. She was reading a few to me as we were just watching TV. And I was like, yeah, I know. They're all like that, like always. So I'm very fortunate. I know a lot of YouTubers don't have that. So I just want to say thanks. Appreciate the support and the interest and the excitement behind the game and behind the series and stuff. So I really do appreciate it. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, we have a pirate ship over here. Gonna go for one battle with that one. We seem to be, I'm looking at the radar, we're fairly far enough away from the other ones that I think it'll be okay, but we might get pincered. We'll see. Turn sideways a bit to get the scorpion to fire, maybe. I think we'll just win straight up, because we should have the extra hit points, and we've got the movement speed and the favorable wind angle. stay in front of his scorpions if he has any. Alright, let's see if we got anything interesting. 23 tiles. We did not get anything interesting, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Alright, we're going to take this home. And we're going to take a couple... As soon as we get this ship back into port, we're going to take a couple loans and go straight for that island. That's the next play. And have our second island. We're at the point where we need a second island now. We cannot advance any further without the fertilities. Unless... There's sometimes you can buy things. It depends, though. Some things are fertility locked where you just can't buy them at all. But no, yeah, we could buy resin and actually convert it here. Or we could buy olives and convert it here. So you just do that by saying buy, by left-clicking it. And typically it comes in. But if we can get it on another island ourselves, I'd rather do that, of course. Workforce is really good. Just trying to think, we should put that workforce to work and start planning out like more permanent placement of certain things. Again, it might be good to move now the porridge and stuff. I'd like to bring the town all the way down to the coast. There are oh my god, I'm not getting any technology, so sorry. I was going to say there are technologies to get money from fish and things like that. So I'm just going to queue a few of these up now. That'll give us some of those amenity buildings we'll need later. Harbor Mastery, I guess, as well. If we could get that, it'd be good. Is that in Latium? Oh no, that's Albion only. Forget that. I think we have to go down this way to get that one. Charcoal burner replanting would be good also. Clicking that doesn't do anything. Oh, it's just locked. Again, that's Albion. Sorry, I'm blind. Depots, don't really need that. Repair crane would be good. Alright, that's queued us up for a little while. Sorry about the wasted time and tech. Inefficient. I'm so sorry. One of my bits of feedback to Ubisoft was actually like, it'd be nice if you could just pool some technology, or if that was glowing red. I think it glows red on the side to let you know you're not doing anything. But just turn that number red, and then I'll really notice it. But that's just me. Doing good for the construction resources now as well, of course. But yeah, I think there's a decent little area out here. A little mine, maybe a couple farms. I could do as well. We're gonna start needing iron soon to get our own timber production going. Or sorry, ship production going. And yeah, ship production is something we need as well. And I suppose if we're going to transfer between islands, we'll need ships. Okay, forget the food stuff. Let's focus on shipbuilding then. Right, so we need a shipyard, obviously. People say we could build a shipyard in our little cove. We'll do that in the future. I saw some people saying that'd be really cool to do that. Let's do that for now. So a shipyard. I won't even commit to it because we can't build it just yet. So we need to make ropes and sails. Sails are going to come from the sheep that we have, from a livestock farm, and a sail maker. It's every 30 seconds. You could have 3 of these to one of those, but that's not going to happen either. So sail maker. Yeah, just for now, we'll just stick these down by the coast. I don't know what I'm going to do with them exactly in the future, but we need another one of these as well. And we'll do 1, 2, and 3. And they might be time they get their own extra warehouse here, although they could still reach down here. With the extra loading bays, maybe it's not needed. Now, they'll need their rope maker, and that requires hemp. Okay, this whole section then can come alive. And that is effectively what's needed for ship construction, and we need wood as well. Now, if we want to have military ship construction, we'll need the iron mines and stuff, so we'll look into that soon. Where's my ship? There it is. Just drop off these tiles. We're going to take those loans. We've got 20,000 now, which is basically what I'd planned, and we're going to go out to there. So we'll have 36,000. So we'll go into debt of about 9,000, and we'll have to be paying that back. But I'm hoping we'll still be positive income, and it's just a matter of time. In fact, actually, let's keep some of that building material, yeah? Because we're going to need it. Just give me 100 wood and 25 tiles. And let's get this party started. Let's go. Not the nicest looking, but it'll have to do. Alright, so we've got the civilian one, and then, so basically on the left it's kind of our civilian ships, on the right it's our military. We can move that around and customize them ourselves, but we can't customize them until you can build them. It's a bit strange. We need 10 ropes and 10 sails. The ropes are going to be produced very slowly, unless we get a second one, which we could do. It's only negative 14. Alright, so that's 2 rope makers. That's basically because, if we have a look here, every minute you get one of these, every 2 minutes you get one of these, so 2 for 1. The other things we'll have to do is we're going to be importing resin, so we'll need more clay, and then a potter. And then we're going to be importing olives, and we'll have an olive press, which has a health benefit area of effect. Be nice to place that somewhere deep inside the town. Again, maybe close to the villa would be kind of cool. I think in the next episode we'll do our first restructure here. Might be time to take on that first contract. It's hard to keep track of time. 3 minutes 50. Okay, Darren's not doing too bad.
What could you possibly require?
There she is. What do we call it? I'd probably call it Latium. It's one that comes to mind. I've got Rome Total War Brain, where the towns just around Rome. Latium, Arminum, Capua, Brundisium. If we go to Albion, we could have like Narbo Martius, maybe as our first one. Massilia, perhaps.
We stand waiting.
Alright, so where should we put the dock? So unfortunately, this island is rotated away from everyone else. It's facing out towards like the edge of the map. So this would be the this would be the closest like dock to kind of go back out. So I guess we'll just go here. It's a decent detail that they only move the oars that they need to when they're turning. Okay, so before we can take this, we're going to have a chat with you. Take a loan. 8,500. Oh, nice. So it's actually going to be 17 in total. Can't do that because they can't afford it. Interesting. That's the only reason, apparently. Oh, no. It's also unavailable. I think you have to get it in technology.
Your ploys, good or bad, will no doubt be instructional.
So she's giving me 8,000, and Zara need to give me 8,500.
It has been spent wholesomely at a later time.
Alright, we're negative 6,000,
The difficult second step has been achieved with
but we are positive. Just
Your
about.
confidence knows no bounds.
So the reason that happened is because you have to pay extra land taxes, and also we're paying back the loans. So we're losing about 300, 320 to loans. That's okay. But the increased land taxes, yeah, it went from 200 to 400, I think. Empty coffers. Don't worry, I understand. I knew what I was doing, I think.
I await your instructions.
And we have all the material here to get started, so let's begin. Now you start with a little bit of workforce, as we've mentioned many times. We'll just get the ball rolling with some basic stuff. We'll get a fishery. And maybe their own little bit of porridge as well. This will just give us the workforce we need early on. Alrighty. Start with some houses. Unfortunately, we're going to gridify it. We'll go this way, though. Alright, that's everything they need. They'll need a market and a tavern. Okay, cool. And no harm in maybe adding a couple more. We could also give them their own spinner for the extra tech, a little bit of the hemp. And why not a little bit of sheep? This could go up here as well. Okay, so they have their hats. They have everything they need to upgrade, because we might need them to be tier 2. So let's see. Clay and resin. Yeah, so for resin, they actually need to be plebeian, so we needed to do that. They require forest area for this, so it could be somewhere as simple as this, with its own warehouse, or a bit further up if you want to be a bit safer. How much are we going to be making? It's every 1 minute. We make 1, and this requires 1 every 1 minute. So for every amphorae we have back in Roma, we're going to need 1 of these. Now we could make it here. We could do that and just send over the amphorae. Maybe. And then for the olives, a bit more simple. You only need Libertas for this. But then that requires 7 plebeians. Again, could make it here. It's every 2 minutes for this and every 1 minute 30. So you need at least 2 of these to keep it running all the time. Although this has the health area of effect benefit, so I'd be more likely to... I think it's better positioned in Roma. This has a +1 income, but negative fire safety. This might be better done just here. Whoa. Alright, let's try that then. We'll back off from that just a little bit.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
They'll be fine. Don't worry about the workforce.
Even if I only buys a carrot at the market, I'm buying it for me.
Okay, we still have a little bit of wood on the ship. And they could set up their own wood production, of course, as well. So maybe just a little bit, a token amount here, just to keep things going while I look away. Beautiful. Alright, it's as easy as that.
Short on help.
Just need to upgrade these guys once they get their these things running. So it's just a matter of this spooling up for its first one. No pun intended. The good news, though, is that we got the island that we need. That's really the important thing. It's time to start making our first ships, though, so we can actually transfer these materials between the two. The question is, how much do we have? So we've got 4 out of 10 sails and 5 out of 10 ropes. We are negative 9,000, though, right now. So we'll have to take on more contracts as soon as possible. One thing, actually, before we come back, if we make the manual delivery ourselves... Oh, they don't have any soap.
Loves his garum.
Missing goods.
The fire must be kept burning at all
Oh, not enough
costs.
charcoal. Oh, okay. I thought we looked at it and it would be enough, but we can just give them some here, helping hand. They can reach the warehouse. Okay, cool. Make that a level 2 warehouse now. Hopefully that helps that. But yeah, so I was thinking if we make the manual delivery, we're gonna get... It's just population and fire safety. This one's the important one. We actually get money back in population, so that would help get us out of the debt that we're in. So you know what? Let's head back. I'm gonna get those olives set up. Maybe we'll make a bit of room up here. Getting a bit tight on money, though. Gotta be careful. Alright, the fish markets were discovered, meaning houses nearby sardines actually provide money. Or just all buildings, actually. So that's actually helped money a little bit, too. It's all part of the plan. So our warehouse is here. Olives. Fill that in with olives. Fill that bit in. And we'll do another one there for the future. Well, actually, not even that far in the future. We'll need it pretty soon. How much is it? 160. Damn. A lot of modules. The cool thing is once you get aqueducts, you can actually boost all of your farms as well for productivity. So it's kind of like electricity where you save. It's almost like Bright Harvest, really, but it's like the electricity of Anno 1800, where you get more for less, as long as you can just provide something. And frankly, providing water out of a mountain slot's quite a lot easier than providing oil from a deposit. Okay, so that's those two done. So those olives are going to be brought across. So we'll set up our first trader. We can even let our... Actually, we'll just do it manually. Now that they're being produced, though, we'll give it a bit of time. It's going to be 1 every minute. So we'll wait till we build up like 5, and then we'll bring it over with our flagship. So, in the meantime, while we're waiting on that to happen, we can now have a look at where we can place the olive press. Thankfully, it doesn't cost any money. I would like it to be pretty central for the health benefit, so we might end up moving a few people out of here. Oh yeah, I never got the extra population with these two. Cool. So with that extra population, just gonna say goodnight to those two houses. We'll throw in the olive press here. I suppose for now we'll move it over even further. Maybe here would be more central. Yeah. Didn't see how many it has actually. What did we got? No, it actually doesn't tell you. Let's just get rid of that and do this. It's 99 effective buildings, so 99 extra health. It's pretty good. And the warehouse in this town, that could probably be upgraded as well. Cool. Progress is going pretty good. Are we able to upgrade yet?
Like it does you good.
No, why would we? We have to get the olives in. You can only have to bring one of these things in to upgrade, so that's not bad. And the really nice thing with the Amphore, less fire, or more fire safety, less fire risk. Super good, because that's such a problem early on in this game. Once you get aqueducts and stuff, fire risk almost becomes like unimportant, but that takes quite a while to get to that, so we want to mitigate fire as much as possible. By the way, we should be thinking about what next island we want to go for. So this one's great. We'll have this for a long time. We'll try to build it up more carefully as time goes on. But the next one we want is something different, okay? So we've got mackerel, lavender, flax, iron, and gold. So the iron and gold is here already. Sturgeon, olive, and resin. Great. What we're missing, though, is these three. Sandaric, marble, and minerals. So this island's pretty damn good, too. It's way over in the west. There's another one with the exact fertilities to our south. So our island is here. So just straight to our south is this one. It's hard to tell which one would be bigger. So to give you a bird's eye view, it's this one or this one. This looks like it'd be easier to build on. It's also closer to us, so maybe that's better. This has 7 river slots, 5 mountain slots. This has 6 mountain slots, so slightly more minerals you could get out of it, and marble. So maybe this is the better play then. So those will be the next 2 goals, those 2. And then I think we've actually got everything. Oh, we don't have Murex snail. And we wouldn't have oyster, so there's still maybe a reason to get one of these smaller islands. Sorry, I'm just clicking around these different islands to see if one of them has both snail and oyster. But I don't think so. No. This is if this island was bigger, it'd be awesome. It's got everything we need. Do we have grapes, actually? No, we don't. Well, it looks like we're always going to be missing something, unless we can grab quite a few. That's okay. Alright, let's hop back and see... I don't know why I came back here, because we have to make that trip. That was dumb. Anyway, we'll see how much olives we have now. We've 2. It works. We still don't have these guys yet, so we have to upgrade. So that's enough to at least get the resin going. And like I said, I think we'll do that here, the Amphore. So they need their own charcoal kiln. Ooh, so that requires plebeians to get charcoal. I see. Maybe we will just bring the resin over then, because we have the clay in the other place. Eventually, obviously, we're going to set up a nice big town here, but it's hard to divide my attention between the two right now. Let's go back to Diana. She's probably got something for us now, so let's see what we can do. 7 tons of soap for 3,160. Absolutely. I think we can do that. Come on. Let's get the soap going. 0. It is barely breaking even. We did see that earlier, actually, yeah. So I'd have to increase the amount. But we can do that. We've got the workforce for it. It's just the money. So another pig farm in the same location would be ideal, so it doesn't double up the effects too much. Okay. Another pig farm, another renderer. We'll have pigs left over, actually, which is good. We can do more with the tannery. We'll need more lavender, actually. And another soap maker. They're busy buildings, or tough buildings to keep going. This one might have a problem. What's it called? It might have a problem. You know what? I just completely lost my train of thought. I was going to say it's going to have a problem with something, but I actually can't remember what I was going to say. It's completely blanked on that. It's been a long day. Wow, okay, 180. Now, is that only Liberty? It is, actually. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what problem it was going to have in my mind. It's going to copy and paste this to add an extra module there. If you push shift-click, you can fill it in. The fire is broken out here. I did say that I was going to put another fire thing up here. Yeah, I forgot to do it, though. Man, its reach is not the best. Alright, the olive press is down. Everyone's pretty good. The fire safety is pretty bad, but once the stuff gets delivered, that's going to improve radically. So if we could just get out to our island, pick this stuff up now, bring it over. We should be laughing. Just want to make sure I didn't forget anything in that chain. Yeah, I didn't actually fully build it. So let's get that. Let's get this. Voluntary vigilance was discovered. Nice. So we have 3 that can go out and put the fires out now. There's no wind-up time when you put these buildings down like in 1800. You can just deploy them immediately. You see someone running through the fields there, going crazy. But I think I covered all my bases with that. Just check on pigs. So pigs is more than we need, which was expected. This should be 2 for 2 once they both ramp up. The lavender should be 2 over 2. Yep, which it will be. Wow, the wheat... Oh, that's because it's on fire. I was going to say, the wheat's really low. Alright, show me the resin, please. 3 resin, 6 olives. Give me it all. Alright, let's bring it over. Get these first buildings up and running. So we'll have to build the amphorae maker here. And again, because it has fire risk and everything, kind of tempted to put it in the same place. That warehouse is going to be super busy. And I think in the next episode we'll do some moving around. I need money to be positive to do the movement though. Can't relocate without that, so it might actually take a bit longer. But with the extra soap, that's going to be 3 grand, so we'll be totally laughing then. Yeah, and we'll have more than enough in the time being, so that's okay. It's just going to take a little while to get there. You can check the olive press building. I love this building. I think it looks great. It's not really well suited to being positioned in the center of the town, but it looks quite nice. Don't know if it's going to let me put down anything, but we do have olive trees. And maybe some bushes.
Julias are a handful, but you can eat off the floor of the atrium.
It's kind of nice. At least until we get stone roads, I could see it being a thing.
Public unrest.
Public unrest over here now. Oh god. Can you get down there? No. Oh, there's actually no road crossing over. They can get to a couple, but not all of them. Could build another one, I guess, maybe. Seems a bit overkill. I might just let them riot. Everything's fine. We're not suffering anything while they riot. A slight income decrease from these houses, but that's not too bad.
Has gone out.
They do turn into a big mob, by the way. They don't move around like they do in 1800, though. Like, you see the riots moving down the streets, which is a bit of a shame. they stay a bit more localized. They do move from building to building, but they don't really... It's not like a big strike that you used to have in that game, I feel. Have a trade treaty with a someone partner, yeah.
As painful as it appears, a touch of civil unrest is normal in a growing city.
Don't worry, they'll be happier once we bring them their stuff, and then we'll call it a day, once we just make a couple of those materials. We'll just speed up time for this last little bit. Now we took out a little pirate ship as well. I'm having a good time. Let's see, does Lilybane have a quest for us? It does. 42 tons of sardines, 21 tiles for 3,720. Yeah, this will pull us out of our debt easily. And we should start getting quests as well again with, yeah, there we go. 2 crates and we'll get an item. A person. Upholds some military vigiles in range. 1 extra patrol. 16 tons of bread for 4,104. I'm going to do that. We can deliver the bread. Give me the money. And you should be ready in 4 minutes. Excellent. Yeah, so I wonder how much bread we've saved up so far. Look at this, 64 bread. We're probably selling the excess because we have it set to 65, right? Ships probably come by at that point. I'm going to drop this off. We're going to pick up that bread. I can't remember how much we needed. Already forgot. Oh, 16. Psh, easy. Then we also needed the tiles. 21 tiles. We got 23. Did I build the potter? No. I'm going to take the tiles away anyway. Alright, let's make the journey. Okay, so now that we've dropped off that stuff here, I can pause those buildings actually for now. They've got clay, they've got resin. The clay is actually going to be quite low. It's used in both tilers, I think, at the moment. Yeah, gonna reorganize this area big time. If we go with another clay pit here, they can't really get to where they need to go. Go around, just feed it to the back, but that'd be weird. Ultimately, they just kind of need a warehouse, and I need to move that other thing. Alright, here you go. Another warehouse. Don't like doing it, but I've kind of messed up some of the buildings, so we'll just do it for now. Alright, cool. Not optimal, don't worry, we'll correct it all soon. I just need to get money to be profitable. There you go, there's your bread. She's going to be happy with that. The more contracts you do, the happier they get as well, which is good. But at least we're profitable, and we know that we're about to make about 3,000 again, and we have that other quest to do 7 soap, so we'll also get like 3 grand from that or something, so money's going to be fine. I think it was worth going into debt to get this island anyway, that's for sure. And yeah, we can start building ships as well once we get the money. So here we are, Civilian 1, cargo slots 3, 3 Liberty workforce, and 1,500 to construct it, which we just don't have at the moment. You can actually commit to it even without the money, which is nice. And we can add extra rows to make it go quicker. I think early on we'll save as much workforce as possible, so we'll just go with the default ship. We'll click it so it starts getting made now. It's going to take 5 minutes in total. Very last thing we'll do is we'll just sell this stuff at Lilybane, and then we'll call it a day for today. I know this one ran a bit long. That's the nature of the game. Addicted to it. That's the riot now. Yeah, we got some clumps forming. So, riot-wise, it can go up to 8 buildings. It's never going to be more than that, though. And once 8 are affected, then it's only going to go, like, be fixed over time. But yeah, we're just slightly out of range of them. We could make this more central, I guess. This might affect the economy in small ways, but if we do this, bring these in here, At least they're more central now, so they can get on it. Oh, the police are rolling out. 1, 2, and 3. Looks like they're dealing with it really quickly, actually. These ones are further along. Those ones are all gone now. They're all fixed now. Just repairing their own houses. Sweet. Alright, cool. Ship has arrived. Let's talk to Valeria.
The families acknowledge your efforts.
Alright, negative 2 grand. And we're going to be paying off our loan for another 40 minutes. And then the money should jump up again. Alright guys, pretty happy with that actually, generally speaking. Got our island. I was really worried about that. At least we have it now. We still need to get one more, at least, for the marble and other things. In the next episode, we're going to work on getting everything to go positive, and we also are just at the point now where we can upgrade. But I'm going to tease you. We'll do it at the beginning of the next episode, straight into Tier 3, and start getting that concrete production going, paving the roads, advancing the tech tree, and all of that good stuff. So that's going to be it from me. Thank you again very much for watching. Again, appreciate all the support on this series. Thank you for those who are super thanksing. There's a few people actually sending me PayPal donations. Do appreciate it. You know, I wasn't sponsored for this game. Seems like every creator was. Don't know why I wasn't, but they actually reached out and said, well, not Ubisoft, another company on their behalf said, offered me like a sponsorship, but they didn't even know I knew about the game. They're just like a generic thing, and they were like, oh, have you heard about Anno? It's like, yeah, I've heard about it. So then they just never responded to me, so I don't know, fell through, I guess. But yeah, so you know, extra support or whatever is really appreciated when people do it. I'm not saying you have to, but the people who have, it's very much appreciated. But this series and videos are doing great all by themselves, so I can't complain. So I just want to say thanks, appreciate you. Thanks to Ubisoft for just sending me the game. They don't have to sponsor anything, they don't want to. But I appreciate getting it early, and they did send me a Governor Edition, so that's been cool too. So yeah, no complaints really from me. Just bitter jealousy, just deep bitter jealousy from seeing all my my friends have get their bags, as they say. Anyway, I joke. Anyways, I partially joke. You understand. That's going to be it for me. Thank you again for watching. Please do leave a comment on what you'd like to see next in the next couple episodes. I think the next one's probably going to be more like this one, but then the 4th episode will be our first beautification / rework of certain things, because we should have some money in the bank then to be able to do it. But I'm very pleased with how everything's going so far. It's been very chill, very fun. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.